Growing nose and ears. Sorry to break it to you, but your nose and ears will never stop growing. Most of your body stops growing when you reach adulthood. But cartilage, that flexible tissue in your nose and ears, keeps changing and stretching throughout your whole life. That's why if you look at your grandparents, you might notice their ears and noses look a little larger. It's not your imagination, it's biology. Gravity slowly pulls them downward and cartilage continues to grow. One study even measured it. Ears grow about 0.22 millimeters per year. Doesn't sound like much, but over decades it adds up. And fun fact, some cultures actually use this to symbolize wisdom. Bigger ears were sometimes seen as a sign of age, respect, or even luck. So while you might not be excited about your ears stretching over time, just remember, it could also mean you look wiser. Goosebumps! Those little bumps that pop up on your skin when you're cold, scared, or emotional. Why do we get them? It's not just random. Tiny muscles at the base of your hair follicles tighten, pulling the hairs upright. For animals, this is genius. Fluffing up their fur traps more heat, keeping them warm. It also makes them look bigger and scarier to predators. A cat puffing up when it's threatened? That's goosebumps in action. But for us humans, well, we lost most of our body hair a long time ago. So goosebumps don't really keep us warm, and they definitely don't make us intimidating. Imagine someone trying to scare a bear with a few tiny arm hairs sticking up. Not very effective. But here's the cool part. Goosebumps also show up with music, movies, or powerful memories. That's because they're tied to the ancient emotion centers in your brain. So when a song gives you chills, or a scene in a movie makes your skin tingle, that's evolution tapping you on the shoulder, whispering, "Hey, remember when we used to be hairy?" Heart beating. Your heart can keep beating even outside your body. Sounds creepy, right? But it's true. Unlike most organs, your heart doesn't rely directly on the brain to tell it what to do. It has its own electrical system built right in. That's why during transplants, hearts can continue beating for a while after being removed. As long as they have oxygen and nutrients, they can keep pulsing. And here's another amazing fact. Your heart beats about 100,000 times a day. That's over 35 million beats a year and more than 2.5 billion beats in an average lifetime, all without ever taking a coffee break. So yeah, your heart is not only the hardest working muscle in your body, it's also the most stubbornly independent. It just refuses to stop, and thank goodness for that. Stomach acid. Your stomach is basically a self-cleaning oven. The inside of your stomach has a very special lining. Its job is to protect you from stomach acid, and this acid is no joke. It's so powerful, it could dissolve a razor blade. That's right, scientists have tested this. This acid is one of the strongest substances your body produces. But here's the problem. If your stomach lining stayed the same, the acid would eventually eat right through it. So what does your body do? Every 3 to 4 days, it replaces the stomach lining completely. It's like a renovation crew that never takes a break. Peel off the old wallpaper, put on a fresh new layer. Without this renewal system, your stomach would literally digest itself. Think about that for a second. The organ that's supposed to digest your lunch could turn around and start digesting you. Luckily, your body is smarter than that. So every time you sit down for pizza or noodles, remember, your stomach is not only working hard to break it down, it's also busy rebuilding itself at the same time. Microbes in body. You're not just human. You're a walking city of microbes. Your body has about 30 trillion human cells, but nearly 39 trillion bacteria. Yep, trillions more bacteria than your own cells. That means technically, you're more microbe than human. Think of it this way. Your body is like a huge apartment building. The human cells are the walls, the structure, the furniture, but the bacteria, they're the tenants. And there are way more of them than there are of you. They live in your gut, on your skin, in your mouth, even in your nose. Now, before you panic, here's the good news. Most of these microbes are actually helpful. They help digest your food, protect you from harmful invaders, and even create vitamins. In fact, your gut bacteria are so important that scientists call them your second brain. They can influence your mood, your cravings, even how anxious or happy you feel. So the next time you think you're alone, remember, you're carrying around an entire galaxy of microscopic roommates. So, which fact blew your mind the most? Drop it in the comments, give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Because this was just one quick meal of knowledge, and there are plenty more fact snacks coming your way.